I once was lost, but now I'm found. All because of Jesus. He will never let me down. Listen, I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Cause I got Jesus, He won't let me down. He had a plan for you and me when He died on Calvary. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I got Jesus, He won't let me down. He had a plan for you. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Real Talk video with your boy JT. I pray everybody is doing well as we give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. My title now says, what do I think about the NAACP? Let me give a shout out to Miss Romack. First of all, powerful email, very good questions, and I meant to get back with you on this a while back, but you know, I got time to, you know, chill today and kind of, you know, just do this video. But very good question. Let me say this too off top. I mean no disrespect at all with this video. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for what so many have done back then when you talk about Martin Luther King and, you know, Malcolm X, you know, Harriet Tubman, you know, the history that they taught us. But at the same time, if you ain't never been taught Bible history, biblical history on who you are, then you lost. You're going to stay lost. And I'm not here to cause no confusion at all with this video. That's already been done, but just giving you another way to look at this, because the Bible says my people will perish for the lack of knowledge. And if you don't understand the two different systems, Satan's system and the Most High system, then this video might not make sense to you. But to those who understand, when the Bible talks about Satan's system, who is the God of this world, versus, you know, the Most High system of doing things, that's why so many of us are lost, because we still operating in the wrong system. We still got the focus on the wrong people. We still talking about less march, less protest, you know, this and that. And when you understand that this battle is not against flesh and blood, that this battle is not against flesh and blood, then you start thinking different. And when you start thinking different, you start acting different. So, sister, I want to say that off top, because so many people do not understand that we supposed to be operating in the Most High system, so they want justice. So if you've seen my videos already on Black History Month, so-called justice, marching, trying to get equal with a satanic world, then you're going to feel me in this video. Most people going to call me a hater for doing this video, but some of y'all know what time it is. I done been called everything you can think of, you know, so it don't bother me. But when you start talking about NAACP, my sister, I have to also tie that in with civil rights. So what I want to do is just pretty much make this a real talk video. Now, it's sad how lost my people are. I'm going to ask you this before I go any further. Do you really believe that the NAACP is still a black civil rights organization? That's my question to you before I go any further. I don't really like the term black people, because I don't accept the fact of what you want to call me, what you think I am, and then I just say, okay, I'm cool with it. That's just like somebody, you know, calling me a nigga, and I accept that. You know, I don't accept, hey, black man, you know. So, but in this video, I'm gonna use the term black man, so y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's not really what we are. We just have accepted that. And once you accept one thing, you start accepting everything else that's a lie. So, but to me, my sister, it stopped being a black civil rights organization long time ago, if it ever was one.
So the truth that they won't tell you, because in school we was taught that, it was by what's my boy name? W.E.B. Du Bois. But that's not who really founded NAACP. And I'll explain that later. But it stopped being a black civil rights organization a long time ago. It has become, look like an organization for pretty much everything except the advancement of colored people. But when I look at the title alone, NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, we all know what it stands for. That title alone never stuck good with me. Just like Black History Month didn't. Just like I go to a black church. All this, we keep trying to get something that then you got black entertainment television. We keep on being lost because the focus is off. We've been marching for years and we still marching now. We've been protesting for years and still protesting now. Trying to get what? Equal, or trying to get justice for what? Things in the satanic world? See, once again, I'm going to state this in this video. When you keep people confused on who they are, then they don't even know who, they never want to get into the truth because they accept what you keep them lost on. I'm talking about us, but not all of us. Some of us done woke up. We done woke the hell up and start realizing who we are, what we stand for, and the power that we truly do have, and how they want to keep us hidden, like they've been hiding us for such a long time. But let me tell you something: a person can only do to you what you allow them to do. If most of us would wake up, study, like again, the Bible say, "My people will perish for the lack of knowledge." If we would wake up and come together, it's not gonna happen though. The only time we come together is at a funeral. The only time most preachers come together is at a funeral. It's like we come together for all the wrong reasons. Let another black teen get gunned down. We'll come together for that. But we're not coming together all year long when we gunning down each other in these streets. When you look at places like Chicago, when you look at what's going on in Memphis, when you look at what's going on in Detroit, when you got all these big time preachers going over here and going over there, when something big happened, but in reality, people are dying. Black on black crime is now worse than it ever been before. We killing each other every day and been doing it for years. So when you ask the question, what does the NAACP mean to me? What does Black History Month mean to me? What does civil rights mean to me? What does the Black Panthers mean to me? When I look at how we've been fighting each other for years, and we want to holler out Black Power, and we ain't even hollering out Holy Ghost power. Amen, somebody. See, that's the real power, because my biggest problem is not the white man. You know what my biggest problem is? My own kind. The hatred, the jealousy, the messed up being enslaved in the mindset that we are in. Not all of us, though. So when I look at this title alone, and then yesterday I talked about the fake Jews. Y'all remember what we talked about yesterday? Have you ever wondered about Jews and civil rights? I'm talking about these fake Jews now. We know who they are. We've been exposing this for years. But when you start talking about politics, the churches, civil rights, fake Jews, religion, tradition of man, it all goes hand in hand, my brothers and sisters. Why am I saying this about the Jews and the civil rights and racism? Because you ever wonder why they keep using racism? Because there is real political power. The real political power is racial power. Who you think is running everything? Now, see, they taught us in school about W.E.B. Du Bois. But when you do the true studying, it was a white person by the name of Mary White. Mary White, I want to say her last name was Ovington. And then there was a Jewish man by the name of Henry Moskowitz. I guess you pronounce that Moskowitz. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. And then there was one more white person by the name of William Wallen, William English Walden. So you had 2 whites and 1 Jews and one Jew, supposed to be Jew. We can say however you want to look at it. But William married a Jew he met while he was in Russia, and that was way back in 1906. I'm just doing a little teaching, and it was a year after the Russian Revolution. So why am I saying this? Because who really founded the NAACP? But what do they tell you? Well, you know, W.E.B. Du Bois did this, he did that, he was the founder of this. They give you a little bit of stuff, but behind all this stuff, you pretty much see who? The fake Jews. When you look at these, I mean, how I want to say this. Because I study for myself. The NAACP had only, when you go back to their presidents, let's just go back to their presidents all the way up to 1975. All their presidents, they was Jewish. When you look at the presidents of America, United States of America, what kind of kin did they have to each other? See, this stuff is these bloodlines. How did they always try to keep the bloodline? See, this is stuff that we ain't never taught, you know. And then look at the control media by who? The fake Jews. Because they got all the power. Look at your TV series. Why you think TV One, they keep putting on movies like Roots? And then look at what they just done. Remade Roots. Keep you messed up. Why you think they keep giving you Black History Month? You gonna sum up my history in 1 month? Sad. And we fall for it. And well, it's Black History Month. We better be nice to each other this month. You ain't been nice to each other all year long. Confusion. All this stuff was set up for you to stay lost, for your identity to stay lost, for you to never know who you are, because you are powerful, black people. And I'm not racist at all. I say that because it's black people that don't like black people. It's black people that don't like white people. I'm not like that. I love color. I have no problem with color. I have a problem with Satan, wickedness. And Satan don't care what color you are. I got a problem with confusion. I try to cut it down, chop it down. So when you start looking at this, what I'm saying, you got movies like 12 Years a Slave, movies like Mississippi Burning. And then what did they do later on? Gave you BET. Black Entertainment Television. Keep giving them something. Give them a little something so that make them feel like they got something. Then they'll step off us a little bit. But they don't know we're going to keep them confused on who they are. The NAACP focused on Du Bois, W.E.B. and some other, people that black stuff was involved, but they ignored who the actual leaders were. That's why most black people don't even know this, what I'm saying right here, because it was W.E.B. Du Bois. Man, they don't never talk about the two whites and a Jew. Supposed to be Jew, I say like that. Because once you keep, I'm going to say this old saying that I heard, that I was mad at it when I heard it at first, but it made so much sense. If you want to hide anything from black people, put it in the book. See, some of y'all think I'm hating, I'm bashing, I'm saying stuff out of anger. It's none of that. I'm trying to teach you something, because it's not what we know that hurt us, it's what we don't know. And we have been kept so much information. But see, it's no excuse nowadays, because there's too many ways to tap into information. So if you don't know now, it's just because you don't want to know. Stop walking around talking about this is all I know. That's all you want to know. That's all you want to know. We're going to continue to stay lost because we fighting the wrong persons. When you ask most black people, what is it that you want right now? They don't even really know what to tell you. Well, we want justice. Want to be equal. Equal with who? If the Most High told you to stay separated from this world, why in the hell you want to get equal with this world? Amen, somebody. See how lost we are because we keep on marching and protesting in the world that don't even want you. You keep trying to get equal with people who can't even stand your color. And that go to show you how lost we are. We gunning down each other every day for years. And we sitting up here talking about we want to get justice. It always going to take something like another Trayvon Martin incident or another Mike Brown or another something. And when you really study and understand what the truth is behind a lot of that, you'll shut your mouth up. When you understand what the Masons are doing, what these fake Jews are doing, what the Antichrist, what the devil has set up, a lot of the stuff that you believe, you wouldn't believe it. You accept 9/11. Is that the truth? There's so many ways to hide the truth now. They might not even let this video go through because of what I'm saying in this video. I'm just telling the truth, my brothers and sisters. The NAACP was founded by white people. The question is, I ask people, my sister, is how have you been trained to think? Because if you accept black man that they taught you, you're going to accept everything else they teach you. If you accept Christopher Columbus, if you accept that all this stuff that they taught, Thanksgiving, holidays, and all this stuff, then you're going to forever stay lost if you don't tap into the truth. Truth shall make you free. When you look at the initial meeting of the group of this, you got to go back to Springfield, Illinois. Now, when you look at how many white people there was, it was 53 out of 60 people who were white. When you talk about this right here, 53 out of 60. Who did they have supporting them and backing them up financially? White Americans and other corporations like, we can say, Wells Fargo, that bank. And look at what happened with that bank. They was accused of what? Stealing how many homes from millions of African Americans? Millions. Go back and Google it. Go back and do the studying. And then what they give you now? The award show. BET Awards. NAACP Image Awards. Oh, we doing something now. Man, come on, y'all. Let's wake up. You have the NAACP Awards. Why? You have BET Awards. Why? You have Black History Month. Why? You see what I'm saying? And when you look at the NAACP, I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying it. I'm still trying to get back from this stroke. NAACP Image Awards. They nominated 2 shows that don't even have black people in the cast. Why? See what I'm saying? And when you go back to, let's look at Dr. Martin Luther King for a moment. King had a whole lot of white people that was backing him up. See, a lot of black people don't even understand this. King had a lot of white people on his side. They was for him. I didn't say he had everybody on his side, but he had more white people than you think he had on his side. He really did. And they fought for blacks. But what they show you is always the beat down, the spits, the police brutality. Keep you lost. That's why I don't hate white people. I don't hate no race at all. I love you. Dr. King had so many whites on his side. And when you really look at it, well, I'll do a separate video because what I was about to say, it would take me into what really happened with Martin Luther King. But black people, once again, been fighting for years and years, fighting each other. And then look at what happened. The Black Panthers came out. And then look at what they stood for. And then you start seeing what? Confusion about You even start seeing stuff like the NAACP versus the Black Panthers. And then fast forward past that, I have to say these two, Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Look at Ferguson, what they told Jesse. St. Louis, look at what all they said, because they sick of people calling Al and Jesse and Al running everywhere else but looking over their own where they at. They told Jesse they didn't want to see him no more in Ferguson. They wanted him out of there. Man went bad on Jesse. Y'all saw it on her on YouTube. Don't never come down here no more. And what do you see with that? Black on black crime. Look at all the time they got all these conspiracies on the internet. Reverend Jesse Jackson killed Dr. Martin Luther King. Reverend Jesse Jackson said this about President Obama. It's always us against us. We the only race out here don't even know who the hell we are. I ain't talking about everybody. Still asking questions. Still don't know. Lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge. And I'm using those two preachers' names because you would think, and I'm not talking bad about Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, but why is it they keep running out here like the battle is against flesh and blood? Just tell people the truth. This is a spiritual battle. This is warfare. This is spiritual warfare that's done got so far out of hand that you can march, you can protest, you can pray, you can prophesy, you can cry, you can do all that meeting together that you want, and the word of the Most High is not going to change. Just tell people the truth. That's why you ain't going to never see JT getting in no marching line. That don't fly with me. Forget that. Because I know who my enemy is. If another team get gunned down like it's going to happen anyway, I'm not finna play a part of no march. I'm not finna call Jesse. I'm not finna get on the phone with Al. I'm not finna do all this stuff that you've been doing for over, 50 years now and still doing that ain't got you nowhere really. Because you keep trying to get equal in a satanic world. I'm going to say what the preachers won't say. You keep trying to get justice in a satanic world with people who can't stand you. Stop marching. Stop protesting. Stop fighting, because you ain't fighting when Ray Ray killed little Johnny over there every other week. Y'all, it's sad. These preachers ought to know better than that, y'all. Blacks always want to call Jesse and Al when stuff happens, but you ain't calling on the Most High. See, something wrong with that. Y'all, I'm just speaking what most folks is scared to say, because it's going to get worse and worse before it get better. It's going to get worse. That's why I love my brothers on here like Brother T-Mott, that's always speaking what's real. See, when we speak like this, we always get called coons, haters, Uncle Toms. When you tell the truth, your own kind gonna hate the hell out of you, my brothers and sisters. And I'm saying this like this also because this show you how lost we are, because we still looking for a black leader. I'm not. I say all the time, the hell with a black leader. It sounds just like Israel. We need a king when they had the Most High. They never needed a king. They had everything they needed. And we still crying out, we need a black leader. We need to get Obama out of office. I don't know. I think I'm not doing a great job. The same ones that voted him in, most of them now are talking so bad about him because they thought he was going to come in and straighten up black America. The hell with black leader, black history, black this, black that. Man, quit trying to once again get equal with people who can't stand you. And we sit up here crying about 1 month on Black History Month. Come on, y'all. 1 month? And we won't even learn Bible history for 1 day on who we are? Come on, wake up. And I'm going to say this about the NAACP, because I'm going to try to wrap this video up. Another thing about the NAACP, you still think it's all about blacks? Who you think really running it? They want to keep the government and make it more socialist because they depend on the government. What for? What you think for? Political power and money. Who runs the government? Who's in Washington? Who's in the Supreme Court? Why are they legalizing everything that the Most High say don't do? Y'all catch what I'm saying? I know y'all do. Don't get me wrong. The NAACP have done some good for the U.S. Getting more, we can say, getting blacks more equal. But then they turn around and show you something different, don't they? When you learn what all this was designed for, once again, when you learn the truth, I guarantee you're gonna have a different way of thinking. It might even make you mad. It's gonna make most black folks hate you, because most of us, we just not gonna come into the truth. We don't want to hear it. So I already know. Like I said, I'm gonna get called a sellout for doing this video, like my other videos. I'm gonna get called nigga. I'm gonna get called Uncle Tom. But trust me, I done been called all that plus more. Fool, coon. I mean, whatever you want to call me. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But just don't get mad when I don't answer to it. It's not about what you call me, but watch what I answer to. So I just have to say that because I got a lot of haters on here. I'm gonna say something else about since I was talking about Black History Month. That's why I want to just real talk and throw all this in. Carter Woodson, a lot of us don't even know about. When you go back even to 1926, he was a black historian. Carter Woodson. He created the Negro History Week. And what did he do? He chose February. It honored what? Birthdays. Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. But one thing Woodson said was going to happen. He said the week should be eliminated when black history became fundamental to American history. That's saying a lot, y'all. And now we have this thing, what now? Like, what is it called? Black Lives Matter. Black lives been mattering. So does that life of that young woman that got gunned down that was white by the drive-by shooting. Her life matter also. So does the Hispanic man. So does the Indians. Like, everybody's life matter to me. That got killed, murdered. So when we sit there and try to just stay focused on, it's all about us. I ain't saying it in a bad way. My point is, we use this. We use Black History Month. We use all this marching and stuff to keep our own self lost. If the Black Lives matter so much, then when we gonna stop killing each other? Amen, likes. I'm gonna say it again. If Black Lives matter so much, when we gonna stop killing each other? Some of us are killing each other, murdering each other with the tongue. Well, JT, at least we got BET. Look at the majority of our shows now, reality shows. It's all about women, black women on the shows acting as ghetto as they can, cussing each other out, never getting along, fighting over some nigga. And when I say nigga, I mean fool. Nigga can mean any color in my book, because I know what the true meaning of it means. That's why when a white man called me a nigga, I said, have you ever looked at yourself? Blew his mind. Broke down where it came from, what was said, and what it really meant. Fool, in so many ways. A nigga could be any color. BET, reality shows. It's always what you got. Then you got shows like Mary Jane, series, or Power, or Empire, portraying us of selling dope. Our women lost. Look at Gabriella Union. Look at Kerry Washington, Scandal, playing the biggest hoe on TV. Mary Jane, messing with a married man. Mary Jane so messed up in her mind, got a good job, nice house, nice car, lost as hell. They want us to keep looking at this stuff. They want us to be another Lucius on Empire. They want us to be another, what's my man name? Ghost on Power. They want us to be, they want to keep on portraying us the picture of us being dope dealers, our women being whores. The videos, no clothes on. Then when you pass by that, what you got? YouTube, twerking, hood fights. All of that is keeping us fighting against each other. BET was invented to degrade the image of us. Sometimes I look at BET and I call it black embarrassment television because of the movies they keep putting on there. It's always got to be dope dealing. It's always got to be hoes. It's always got to be this one getting shot up. But when you start talking about positive shows, where they at? Now you done remade Roots. Why? So I'm tying all this in together because when you talk about civil rights, when you talk about NAACP, what is it? What has it really done? What is it doing now? What's the devil's job? Kill, steal, and destroy. To kill, steal, and destroy the true souls of the Most High's beautiful creation. How have we been destroyed the most? Because we don't even know who we are. I was just telling somebody earlier about how so many of our women keep trying to look like a European type of women with all these wigs and the cosmetics. And when you look in reality, they keep trying to look just like us. They keep trying to look like you black women. They getting their lips pumped up. They getting their hips pumped up. They getting their butt. Look at the Kardashian girl. What's her name? Kim? How many times have they showed you they trying to look like you while you trying to look like somebody else? Because you are wonderfully made. I love to see a woman with her true beauty. Her hair, her eyes, without all the makeup, her body that's naturally created by the good dirt that the Most High formed and took time out to make your beautiful self with. I'm not just saying they the only ones beautiful. It's beauty in every race. I love all of y'all. But since this video is about us, black women, don't forget the beauty that you had that the Most High created for you. So let's go a step further with this video. I was trying to end, but I got a little more I need to say. Y'all know I had been down for a while, so when I come back harder than ever. Let's take this to education. From studying, it's about 30% of black students still attending schools where the classrooms are about 90 to 100% either black or Latino. When you talk about segregation, I'm tying all this in because we still talking about equal rights and the NAACP. It looks like now that schools are more segregated now than they were all them years ago. Now, when you look at the white children, their percentage, they go to schools where it's only about 32% of students living in poverty. But black students attend schools where more than half of the students are poor. That's a lot. Let me go a step further. Talk about something that we all know about. Prison. Look at how overcrowded the prisons are. Who you think is mostly in prison? Us. More black people in the penitentiary now, or in jail, or we can say on probation or parole. We got more blacks in the correctional system today in prison than in slavery back in 1850. Blacks, we are about 3.73 times more likely to be stopped and arrested for marijuana. Riding down the street high as hell. We see it every day. Smoking weed. More, we likely to be stopped more pretty much than anybody. Even without being arrested for drugs. We are put in prison at risk 6 or 7 times higher than white people. Y'all Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's take it to the voting rights. And I'll try to close after this because I'm feeling pretty good right now. When you talk about votes, and that's all crooked, criminal backgrounds, criminal records deny your voting rights and lead to what? Job, education, and housing discrimination. Across this country, about 15% of black men have lost the right to vote. It's like, I remember even when I was coming up, you had that felony, couldn't vote. So you got to ask yourself, once again, what has really happened with the NAACP when you think about it? And then you tie it in with politics and most churches. Politics was the worst thing worst thing that ever happened to these churches now is politics all involved. So I look at the NAACP, I saw where good was at, but then I know who's behind it. I'm not knocking what W.E.B. Du Bois done, none of that. I'm not knocking Martin Luther King once again, Malcolm X, none of that. I applaud them for what they done. But I also understand what the truth is. They did all of that. Look, if Martin Luther King was alive right now, he would have to go to sleep and have another dream because he would be so mad at what his people is doing, what he fought for, what he stood for. Malcolm X, if he was here right now, he would be so mad at us because we have actually spread it further away than coming closer together. And I think about the church. I'll close with this. This just came to me. How many of y'all remember the movie that Samuel L. Jackson and Matthew Connolly did called A Time to Kill? When they raped Samuel, Carly, he played Carly. When they raped his little girl, and he murdered them two white boys. And when he got in trouble, he had Matthew Connolly, as his lawyer, right? But y'all remember that scene when they had the NAACP came on the scene with the other reverend, and the other reverend felt like Matthew Connolly, Jack Brigance, whatever his name was at the time in the movie, he wasn't sensitive to Carly Haley's needs, so they felt like they needed to buy another lawyer that was way more expensive. Y'all remember that scene? And they came to the church and told the reverend that they needed to raise some money to support Carly. And the reverend told the other reverend with the NAACP that things was kind of tight. Said that we don't have that around here. And old boy smiled, remember? And he looked at the reverend that he was talking to, and he said, "You must don't understand." I'm just kind of quoting him my own way. You need to take a fee for your troubles. It became all about money. Now, this supposed to be him with the NAACP. Now, I know that was just a movie, but it's something that make you think. The NAACP raised thousands for Carly Haley. And then the other rev in the local churches raised about 2,000. But here go the sad part. And all of that raising money, not one time that they think about Carly Haley's family, his wife, his children. They're over there struggling. So Carly Haley said, let me get this straight. So let me ask you something, Rev. How much of that money did you offer my wife and kids? And Rev was saying, this was for your case, raising money for the lawyers. And Carly Haley told that Reverend if he didn't send that money to his wife and children, that he was going to make a great example out of him. And when he got through with him, he wouldn't be able to collect 2 cents. My point with that is, as I close, fake Jews love money. All of this is power, money. And whoever controls the money, whoever has the power controls the money, controls everything. I'm tired of black people talking about President Obama. Man, that man is being used as a puppet. President Obama do not run this world, y'all. He got in line just in time. See, the forerunners for the Antichrist have been set up. That's why when you saw back then Obama going against Israel, it should have woke you up about Obama, or it should have woke you up when they asked him what was he, a Muslim or a Christian. When he says different things, it should have woke you up. When he went along with the same-sex marriages and gay rights, and half of them the one voted him in there, it should have woke you up on who he really is. Yes, he's a very intelligent, smart man, but that's how the devil is also. Y'all, that's my time. The NAACP, that's my take. That's my time. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day.